Did you join?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Senthil join?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you are giving. So it is started analyzing it, and I mean, analyze. I mean, during the analysis, what it will take, it just takes all the weightage of the images that we are just giving as an input. Maybe in this case, I wanted to give you an example to visualize. At some point, you are just, after so many years, you are looking a guy, looking a person, and you are thinking that I think I met this person somewhere else, or I met this person. I think this guy has been studied with me in the school or in the college, but I couldn't recall his name, but the face is very familiar. Okay, I think this might be the situation in every scenario, but because by this age, you also feel these kind of things because we are, we tend to forget names because we are not frequently interacting with all the people that we met in the school days or in the college days. So you have some information, but at some point in time, if you keep on analyzing, you are giving some weightages. Okay, what would be the okay, this guy, and then just even for identifying the song, I think this song, the first line of the song, we couldn't recall, but you remember all the lines in that song, but except the first line, and you recall, and then you just happen to play. And now we have so many mediums, and if you type anything, it just give you as an input, right? And if you give just as an input, and it will just giving you, and you will be able to recall very easily. But if you don't have any kind of a device, any without internet, and at that time, it is very difficult to find out that the first line of a song, even the face you just come across, but the name, right? So by analyzing and giving weightage with respect to that situation. Similar way, this image is getting analyzed inside this hidden layers, and then based on the weightage, it is giving you the, I think this is goat, and this is cat, or couldn't identify anything. So whatever the result you are getting based on the input. Okay, this is how our neural network, I mean, how our brain neural network works. In a similar fashion, we are trying to imitate this neural network in an artificial neural network so that we follow some calculation. What is that calculation? I will come later. Okay, that calculations we don't want to go for, I mean, go in depth because we are not a research person, right? Again, library will be doing it on behalf of our nature of work, right? Okay, so this, what is weightage? Weightage is nothing but it is giving all the transformational thing which your image is, just to share, and it is taken into consideration of all the right from the posture. It is just trying to analyze each and every diagonal space. Whatever it is, initial phase itself, it is trying to cut down each and every pieces of information. Say, for instance, you are giving 10 by 10 image. Just image means this is kind of, maybe a 10 by 10, 10 centimeters, 10 centimeter, or 10 pixel, or 10 pixel. Just imagine. This is just for an example. 10 pixel image, you are just, feeding as an input. What this software, I mean, this library will do, it won't take all the information as an input. No, there is no system like that in anywhere. What it will take, it will just break into pieces. 10 by 2, it just, cut in the corner piece, corner, and then the next one. Just imagine the matrix. 2 by 2, I mean, 1 by 1 matrix, 2 by 2 matrix, 3 by 3 matrix. Actually, matrix wise, It is just, getting the calculation. Okay, so one by one, one by two, one by three, one by. So it is not going row and column. It is just, taking the matrix multiplication techniques. So it is taking one by one the first box. First, okay, just imagine this is the first box, this circle. Just consider this entire as an entirety of, as an image. So this, this will be a one I mean, this one piece of information, this another piece of information, this is another piece, and this is another piece, and another piece, and so on. Okay, the similar way like the next one. So we'll be discussing this factor in CNN. So you will cut and you will get to know all these things. Okay, don't worry. Right now, I just wanted to give you how you have to visualize. So once this input has been analyzed and based on the information, the pixels and other stuff, even including the color combinations, just read as an input, it got trained, and then okay, I mean this tool is already maybe trained for certain number of images. Based on that, it will be giving you as a result as an output. So to understand the weightage concept, this is how you have to think and get to know how you are getting the output. This is one thing. Okay, so what is next? So backpropagation helps the neural network learn by calculating the error, that is loss in R, or loss between the predicted output and the actual output. So backpropagation is nothing but, we are calculating the error between the predicted and the actual. So propagating the error backwards. It is, guys, it is not a forward, it is a backward. So if the error made by, I mean, if we wanted to increase the accuracy and reducing the error means, until Jeff Hinton arrives into this AI, the process is we are going feed forward method. Whatever the input, again, the other input, other input, other input, it is we are going forward direction. We never went into the reverse direction. That is what he has done the research, and then he found that if we just going back to the back propagation technique, we will be able to reduce it, and the action is very very fast. Just imagine this situation, because to understand this back propagation and feed forward propagation. Um, okay, so I'm just thinking to give you an example. Um, okay, take any image, even with your image. Okay, we don't have back propagation methodology, and you trained so much of your family members images in your training. So you already feed the information, the training got it done, and now you are giving your image. Okay, and immediately it will say, if you just give your image, the system, it will just throw like, we don't have these combinations and we never find this combination. That means it just analyze the existing family members images, right? And it gives you an error saying that we couldn't find because we can't match any of the existing images. That's it. This is the kind of a forward uh, pass or something. Yeah, this is a propagation. But what Jeff was, trying to analyze, even though your image is not there, I mean, not trained previously, still the system will be able to find, if you do the back propagation, at least it will give you some kind of an information. How? Okay, maybe you resemble like your father. Are you getting my point right now? Maybe you resemble like your mother. Why it is saying? It is going and analyzing your image with the existing images. Actually, you have not given any training of your image. Actually, you have to give, but you have not done. But what is the beautiful part of back propagation? Even though the image you have not given for the training purpose, but it is still giving you a response, like a wonderful response, like you look like your father, you look like your mom, you look like your sister, or you look like your brother, you look like your grandfather, whatever it is. Now just imagine, okay, I'll show you one wonderful thing. And even just, in ChatGPT, just type any word. It will, even though it is not there in their dictionary, it will give you some example that is based on the back propagation technique. Now will you be able to visualize or think about or relate with this what I'm just talking about? And I'll show you one. Electron, um, uh, maybe this might look like very. Just see this image. Okay. So my prompt is, what is my prompt? This is my prompt.
Exactly.
Based on,
Yesterday,
yeah, tell this one.
based on what you know about me, can you or create a figure about image about myself?
Yes, same thing. That's what my prompt is.
Did this yesterday actually.
Yes. So it doesn't have, I mean, it does have only the information. That's it, right? I never give any information, any image information to this. Okay, I never give. And also, it gives a nice portrait, like the profile. Okay. So he has given, it has given the background and expertise. It has given my entrepreneurial drive, and it has given the as educator and mentor, and the content creator and thought leader, passion for product development. And this is like, I wondered this, I got this collaborator and networker. So you frequently engage with industry experts, CEOs, and product managers, reflecting a collaborative approach. You are open to new partnerships. See how it is analyzing. You are open to new partnerships and discussions, as seen in your meetings with figures like this guy, Pauline Chong and Pooja. It is really wonderful. And even these things, it already, how many months I'm just interacting with, that is also fine. And this is really, I wondered about the last point of collaborator and networker. Because that is also, I searched and I have given us an, not as an input. I was just asking for to engage in the LinkedIn post and other things. Okay. So why I'm telling over here, this is because of um, how this back propagation works. That is what, without the, I mean, I never given any kind of images, portraits, nothing. But it is trying to give me like a, because it knows about my experience, 23 years, and it just trying to give, analyze some image, right? So, so without back propagation, it never. It will be asking, please give more information. That's how it will be asked for. Okay, right. So now we'll be again, propagating the error backwards through the network to adjust the weights. So we can adjust the weights and making the model better at predicting in the next iteration. So this is what it is. Okay. And how back propagation works? Forward pass. The input data passes through the neural network, that is called as feed forward propagation, to make predictions. So the calculate loss, the difference between the predicted output and the actual output is computed using a loss function. You know already this in machine learning. And the backward pass, the error is propagated back through the network, and the gradients, partial derivatives of the loss with respect to each weight are calculated. So weight update, the weights are updated using the gradients and an optimizer like stochastic gradient descent. So we'll see about all these, optimizer. Okay. So the weights are updated using the gradients. That is an optimization technique. We will optimize it in the, whatever the existing amount of information. It, I mean, by itself, it is getting adjusted and it is getting optimized so that your model will work like, look like very superb model. And that is how he has solved that problem. He proved that, and everybody, just implemented it. And that is the, the other revolution in AI. So that is why this year he has got a Nobel Prize. This guy, and he was the AI part of CEO in Google. That is, Google Brain. Now he is not. He is just, recently resigned because of a lot of, ethics and policy issues in Google. So he just, wanted to get out of this. And now, not sure about what is it doing, but he is, worked on cognitive science and the psychologist, right? And what else? So then, yeah, he was also awarded the 2024 Nobel Prize in Physics. Okay, and shared with John Hopkins. So he is also one of the other
How
Nobel.
he actually connect the physics? He is actually what is that?
He's
Techie, right?
No, actually, is basics in physics. So physics is one of the
Oh,
science. Yeah, actually, physics. There are so many things. Just getting connected with the uh, what is it? Computing, cloud. Not sorry, not cloud. Sorry, I don't want to use that word. Mm, what is it? The latest technology is going to come and occupy very soon. Uh,
mhm.
Computing techniques. I mean, the major term and the general broader term is computing techniques. The physics is one of the, because how the computer architecture says zeros and ones, right? So there itself, the physics and mathematics just, combine together. Okay, so it is just, slowly, yeah. But even I'm not sure why they have not given in this specific, specific field of AI, but they just,
Mhm.
interacted with physics. I'm not sure about
In
it.
what is that project he got that Nobel Prize? Like he
I'm
found
not sure.
anything?
I
He
need to.
Mhm.
Yeah, he found. I
Okay.
think. See,
Nobel
this is
Prize in Physics 2024.
yeah, he started the thesis in 77, relaxation and its role in vision. Um, Actually,
Stuff.
his student is the father of CNN, is Jan LeCun. He is
Oh, okay.
now he is taking care of the Meta in Facebook. He's a chief
Meta
scientist.
AI.
Yeah, Meta AI. So, and LeCun is a student. And I mean, based on this trip only, I just given a speech in Tamil in my 2019, launch of a company. His team contains, he introduced one guy in that meeting, in that conference. He just finished 12th grade. Okay. He is leading a data science team. And
Mm.
later, he just got a lot of other thing in, degree and other things. But he just finished it. And he just introduced this guy, and that guy also was like, this it was really a nice one. Mm. I think in physics, yes, not sure. Basically, he's working for University of Toronto because I went to the University of Toronto for his speech, for his conference. Yeah, he's been affiliated since from 1987. Maybe we can just go and yeah, backpropagation algorithm to multi-layer neural network. Their experiments show that such networks can learn useful internal representations of data. This is knowledge representation, knowledge base we talked about, right? So this is one of the the basic idea, how it is getting reasoned, how it is getting learned, right? So yeah, there are so many other things as well. So actually, it is interesting field. So you are right now, we are discussing like a lot of things. You can just go on and just read a lot of things. Yeah. So now, I mean, whatever the Google has been, done major inventions in AI, that is because of him. Yeah. Right. So here, it's just see direction. Feed forward moves data from input to output. Here, back propagation moves error from output to input. As you can compare like this. Purpose to make predictions based on input and to update weights to minimize error. Computation calculates activations for each layer, computes gradients of loss function, process no weight updates, just predictions. Okay, no weight updates, just predictions. Involves weight updates using gradients. Example, input, hidden layer, output. Here, output, hidden, input. That's a reciprocal of the model which everybody is doing. So he is the first person was thinking in the reverse order, and he got it done. He proved. How does this work? Okay, right. This is one of the things. Yes, this is I think each and every topic we have to explore, and that will take minimum 20 to 30 minutes to explore. So you have to allow this timeline. So as of now, I just stop over here. I don't want to confuse you, or you have to think about this, and then slowly we'll be doing this. And I will send you this link. We'll keep on discussing. I keep it this link. So we have to discuss about neurons, axons, and how information will be just going indirectly, and how there is one more term called activation functions. So as I said in the beginning, there are so many um, activation functions are there. This is a feed forward. This is a feedback ANN, which is process themselves, and it is giving you error-free or less error-free informations.
Can we also say that this is somewhat similar to nodal infrastructure?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a nodal infrastructure. Yes, somewhat to some extent. First of all, I mean, what they are doing, they just wanted to implement our brain structure. Okay, that is the starting point, and then they they can't do all the things at one algorithm itself, right? So they have to go step by step. So this artificial neural network, so what they have done, they just the input signals, so the information, the neurons, we have so much of information in our brain through neurons because we have 60, almost I think approximately 60 billion neurons. 1 billion is 100 crores, and 60 billion neurons are there in our brain. Okay, so each and every neurons is just transmitting any, I mean, somehow the informations. We are, and by nature, maybe the nature or God, whoever has built us, they have given kind of a sleep for a reason. After sleep, we just waking up. That is for a reason. Just imagine if you are continuously sleeping, what will happen? If continuously waking up, what will be happening? And continuously thinking, what will happen? So that is where, a mental stage, the psychological imbalance, and mental SLIs, the people, just going and joining mental hospitals. Those people just look around their power, the power of imagination, the power of the repeatedly saying one word, or whoever is, maybe, you can just observe, who you can see during the roadside. Just observe those people. You can, categorize. Some people very calm, some people very loud. They just, talking like anything. They keep on talking, because their brain stage, I mean, the brain structure is not balanced due to something else, because it is not transmitting. Maybe, their brain is just transmitting a lot of information at the same time. They wanted to speak at the same time. That is the imbalance. If I just wanted to talk to you about ANN, just imagine I wanted to talk to you and show you a lot of things at this same time, means you will get confused and you will curse me later. But I'm just thinking I wanted to show you within this. No, that is not the useful way of, learning pattern. The pattern will just break down, or I will break down. So my strength is not that, and I will make you understand what is happening. For that, you need some time to think about it. So it will take some time, because we have to get trained on this. Right? So there are so many things. This is how I'm just, talking about this human psychology. This is why I'm just talking. So maybe at that time you would have, why this guy is talking about human psychology, and why we should know human psychology. No, there is a reason, and you will come to know very soon why we have to understand the psychology of people. Because this is a very simple model to consider to any other models. The basic model, simple model, but effective and potential model and critical model. And if we just, started learning, then the other models are very, very simple to understand. Okay, so we have to give some time to understand this, and then slowly we'll get into practice. Right? So I wanted to complete or conclude as of now, and we'll continue tomorrow. I know
Sure,
somebody
Srini.
what is thinking. What is this?
No, no,
Neural net.
no, no, no. No, so many terminology, like when we started the gradients, he was talking, and
Uh,
nodal, you were talking, back propagation, feed forward. So many stuffs is at the same time. So
right.
my mind is actually
Now
thinking
your
different.
neural network is getting activated.
Yes.
Neurons, activated
Neurons.
neurons. Yeah, very interesting, but need to understand many, what is
Yes,
that,
you have to.
terminology based stuff.
Yes,
Mm,
terminology.
need to
Just.
read a lot, actually. Need to read a lot.
Mm.
Oh,
So one
interesting.
one question I have, Simi, like earlier, remember we discussed about AI being implemented into devices, like Amazon is implemented Claude,
Mm.
Apple is collaborated with ChatGPT. Now Google has its own Gemini platform. So
Mm.
recently, the new upgrade, like Apple has introduced Apple Intelligence.
Mm.
Initially, thinking that Apple will provide that service to a limited extent uh,
Mm.
and give the access to the devices. But now, um, as a developer, when I'm looking at the Apple OS, I learned that in a new version of the software, Apple Intelligence, they will start charging you 2,000 rupees per month or
Mm.
year. Something. So,
Mm.
which give you or open your possibilities to many things in your hand.
Mm.
First thing. But that will again my thought process like is like it will limit to a confined operating system for us. So to become more platform independent, rather you have to be on, like you mentioned, like TensorFlow now, implement anything for Android to understand or to make sure that it is fitting to the Android platform according to their policies. You have to use TensorFlow. So if you are using Apple Intelligence, for example, that will definitely not fit into uh, an Android system or a platform. So
Right.
there is, and it is again coming to the same scenario where uh, things are becoming platform dependent rather than being platform. Earlier, it was platform independent. For example, if you take the LLMs like Claude or anything, you install an app on any platform, it gives you the output, irrespective of what platform that is. You post a question or ask something, you get the output. But with this kind of an approach, like companies monopolizing these activities, like how, see, this is something which I'm looking at as a problem. Let's say could be a possible problem statement for us going forward.
Right,
Uh,
right.
yeah, I'm just trying to analyze the scenario and see where we fit in or where we can pitch in so that we can identify a problem and come up with something new. We will contribute to this industry.
Definitely.
That's the
Definitely.
idea. So I wanted to understand your take on this.
See, as of now, yeah, I'm just analyzing too many things, and it is really, every people, maybe what my take is, going on. There will not be only one player anymore, but at the same time, as of now, Open AI, clarity and the other whatever they are giving you as the information for enterprises, I mean businesses or for an individual, this really worth. So people are ultimately going, whoever wants, they are just going for paying and using their APIs. That is one. The other thing is, yes, going forward, the operating system that is also going to. I'm not sure. We initially it will not be happening soon. At the very, I mean, because AI just started emerging, so we have a lot of scope to participate and make money over here. And then, I think it will be 20 years or 24 years. If we play a very smart role in this, I think we can earn more money. That is one. The second thing is, um, at the same time, it is also like a gambling. So we don't want to be like, whoever is mass marketing their approach, their products, their services, their APIs. And right now, if you just go and search for APIs, open source APIs, there are thousands and thousands of APIs are there. Why they're just giving free of cost? For some extent, you will be able to use and test it. And after that, if you wanted to use their features, you have to pay for them. But if you look at their APIs very, very seriously, on a serious note, that very maybe that application. If you wanted to get as an application, that application will be doing maybe 0.5% of what we are thinking. Do you know what I mean? We would be thinking like yes, we are just going to achieve something through this API. But if we just implement it as like a product, we never achieve what we think. So one example is recently I bought one product for $27. It's called a designer. Okay, designer, DESIGNRR, designer tool. And they promised you can design, you can do the templates, PDF templates. There's so many things you can do, and that is how they have um, marketed it. And I just bought it. And if I see the Within that, they are marketing the advanced, I mean, intermediate product and advanced product. But in the basic product, the $27, it doesn't have any kind of a designer templates. It only two or three good-looking templates that are available. So what does it mean? Even though if you buy for $500 for their product, that is the case, and for the automation processes, I can't do it. Still, I have a problem to maximize it, this kind of things. So this is one example. Maybe I am just, I have been cheated or I've chosen the wrong product. Both are true. Okay. So what I'm trying to, this is the case in AI too, AI APIs too. Okay, so in AI APIs, there's so many things are there, but bits and pieces of information, which is not the collective efforts. Say, for instance, I'm marketing one product, which is only for sales. You will be getting if you use my product, you will be getting the leads. If I just market it, actually, that is not a good idea, and that is how many companies are getting into. They are what they want to. They want to get into one. They are taking one. I mean, tapping one market. Say, for instance, life sciences. Yes, I wanted to market. I mean, target only CROs. If that is the case, then you will get a lead. If you are saying that the entire life sciences market, then that AI product, they are just saying over promising. So AI is not that far. I mean, AI is not that far good as of now. It is not, that much emerged. It is still in very, very childish phase. So it has to improve a lot. I mean, it has to, stand, it has to walk, and it has to cry, it has to talk. There's so many other things as well. So it is too early to predict the market, but this is the right time to get in and do whatever we want. That is why, it is very, I'm just, because we are creating three products at this time, and I'm also thinking which way I have to go, whether we be a platform independent or a platform dependent. How do I market it, or how do I just do the product, ownership? Yeah, so wherever people are there, I have to go and sell it. That is the only way, but we have to think how we
Yeah,
should.
for example, like if you use Apple Intelligence to
Mm.
create some, it will
Ah.
only work on Mac products. Maybe in
Mm.
future, slowly Apple is trying to diversify its services into other platforms also.
Mm.
That could be the possible approach of Apple as an organization. But
Right.
when you see, for example, I bought a new phone looking at Apple Intelligence, considering that this will be going to be a revolutionized thing. I can work on it, I can explore it, do something.
Mm.
But
Mm.
until the phone is launched or the product is launched and it is marketed, you buy
Mm.
it. Apple Intelligence was not released at that particular point, but later it was released. And
Mm.
then it mentioned that it will be available on three different phones, like in previous version, 15 Pro also it will be available, 16 also it will be available, and 16 Pro also it will be available. Example I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
So the only difference between 15 Pro and 16 Pro is Apple Intelligence. With now Apple Intelligence is already coming into 15 Pro as well. So here we are deceived. For example, I'm saying like here we are deceived. Very well, we could have gone for 15 Pro, but they have marketed intelligently.
Mm.
That is the aspect. As you mentioned, like designer you have bought and only few features were there. Same thing Apple did for other
Mm.
uh,
Mm.
people also.
Right.
But again, the thought process here is like we can do something good, or there are so many features with that Apple Intelligence. Technically, AI features you can create because I'm an photographer. I do a lot of creative work where I try to
Mm.
generate templates and everything. So I thought it will be useful, but Adobe is already providing me that services.
Mm.